Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to the Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome back to the Songwriter Show, right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm your host, Sarantos. I'm a solo music artist who's been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember. Words are so important to me, and that's why I love hosting this show for you every single Tuesday evening. I believe in my heart that every song is a story. Tonight, I'm so happy to have Eleyet McConnell, Angie and Chris McConnell, onto the music scene with their release of their debut album, Crazy World, in December of 2023. Since their debut album release, they have received nominations in 3 separate categories for the Josie Music Awards.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys kind of have a cool story, but I love the name Crazy World. What made you guys pick that as the name of your debut album?
Just listen to the news.
Well,
You'll see.
I know.
The whole world just seems to have gone
happening?
toe up.
Yeah. We wrote the lyrics to that song soon after the pandemic actually started, but I swear it's going, don't ever say it's not going to get any worse, because it will. And it's just, it's crazy.
We have faith it's going to get worse too. So
Yeah, no, but the song is about, things have gone a little bit wonky, and hopefully you got somebody that you like being around to write it all out.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about how you guys got into this crazy world of music.
Well, I've been in it for 54 years actually this year. I was 10 years old when I first started in bands, but we didn't have that many shows back then. But then all through high school and everything, I got more serious into it, and I got quite a list of accomplishments in it. But what I'm doing now is more fulfilling to me.
Yeah. And I have sang since I think I came out singing when I hatched from my mother, I swear. It's one of those things. I don't know any different. It's always been that way in my in house growing up. And then I didn't get into formal bands until I think it was like 2010. I sang in church with my mom and all that.
She was an old gal when she started.
It was old girl. But here we are. Lots happened. Yeah.
Awesome. And lots going to keep happening, right?
I hope so. Yeah.
The world keeps turning and music keeps.
It does. It does.
I think I heard something crazy. I don't remember the number, something like 10,000 songs are released every day or something
Chris
insane like that.
He looks that stuff up.
I think I've heard on indie music, it's like 24,000 songs, something like that a day worldwide.
That's crazy.
Under the indie label. So yeah, in December we hit number 100 in the top 100 worldwide.
Which, you don't do badly yourself.
Yes, from what I'm reading.
But to just even hit in that big pool of people was pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think all you can do is keep trying to get better at your craft and releasing stuff and see what goes out to the world and sticks in a way. But we're all in the same boat where we don't have a couple million per song to market it.
Nope.
Yes.
So we're just doing the best we can. And unfortunately, everyone's got ADD nowadays. So you could have a great song, a great video, a great movie, but people watch it and move on. And that's the reality.
Yes, it's
the YouTube
segment.
shorts and the TikToks and the reels just sort of killed.
Yeah, there is a method to this madness. When you're trying to get noticed in there, know the algorithm.
Yeah.
So tell us about your fondest musical moment, either together or separately, whatever is easier.
For me, I'm gonna say it was definitely together. I feel like there was one particular night. This one always sticks out in my mind. We've had a few kind of like this, but this night was magic. And we were playing just a local wing bar here in where we live in Ohio. And it's kind of smaller patio. It was enclosed. It was hot. God, it was so
very intimate.
Very intimate setting. But man, I'll tell you what, you couldn't have asked for a more engaged audience. And we were as into them as they were into us. And it was just magic. And when you walk away from those types of nights and people want to hear your original stuff, not necessarily the covers you're playing, it's pretty awesome.
For me, there's so many stories I need to write a book about when you've done it. Through the glam rock years, all that, where your makeup and all that stuff. But lately, I had to say is my more memorable moments and with the audience. The last couple shows we did two of them this past weekend, and the audience was really engaged in it. And you can tell the real diehards, they stick around.
Yeah.
And there's nothing cooler than that. It's not really, sometimes people don't realize we get caught up in streaming numbers or charts, but at the end of the day, when something connects and someone's really genuine, authentically into you, that's so cool.
Well, and when there's been a couple of times where, and we'll tell a story behind a couple of the songs, and some of them, all of our songs are very, very personal. And when you talk about the story behind it, and then you perform the song, and you look up, and there are people that have tears in their eyes, and they're looking at you like, there's no better compliment as a songwriter, I think, than to reach someone on that level. And that's a pretty special moment, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us about this song we're going to hear. What inspired it? How did you guys come up with this?
Well, like you said, it was during the pandemic. So everything, just like the basket, got dumped over, and it's what is happening. We were all trying to find our way and figure stuff out. And,
we had a band up to that moment.
Yeah.
And, a couple of the members of the band were really, they were terrified.
A lot of people were.
A lot of people were. Angie and I, on the other hand, we were in Columbus, elbow to elbow in bars, and
reckless, but
reckless.
we were careful.
Yeah, we were reckless. She's lying. But it got us once or twice, but we survived it.
Well, and I think, for me, the song, everything is crazy. Nothing is as we all remember it.
No.
Everything is changing, and everything is so politically charged. And it's like, man, can't we all just have a moment? Like, we're all the same. I think, they say right wing and left wing. That's just the same bird as far as I'm concerned. It's just,
it's on the same body.
So many things about us that are the same, and we're all just trying to figure it all out. And,
like Rodney King said, people can't we all just get along.
Just get along. And that's just where the song came from. And it's, and when you see somebody that you care about a lot, it's like, man, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Because this is nuts.
Yeah.
And that's what the song is.
Okay. Tell you what, before we listen to it, tell us about what instrument each of you play, whether it's your voice or an actual instrument.
Well, I play the bass, and I do harmony at times, but not on this song. Yep. She kind of took that role over too. She harmonizes so well with herself in the studio.
So in the studio, normally I play keyboards and Chris plays bass. When we do our duo act, that's us. But obviously on the record, we had some studio work done, and I actually think, I played the original track on the keyboard, but our producer, he's just so awesome with piano and B3 and all that stuff, and he kind of dubbed over some things because of different pieces and parts that were coming in as the different musicians would give their contributions to the work. And
well, like I said, she harmonizes well with herself, and I keep telling her, I said, you got to realize, because this is just in the studio, but live, I have to replicate those harmonies.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I am a vocalist that can dabble a little bit in keyboards. Like, I'm very honest with myself and everybody else. I'm not I
consider myself a purist as a bass player. You won't see a lot of fancy stuff with me. I just kind of. I don't necessarily stay in the box.
Whatever. He is straight out of the 70s. That dude just jumps up and down. He is vibing all the time. That's so funny he says that.
Yeah, but I don't,
Yeah.
I don't slap.
No, he's not a slapper. He's not a slapper.
Yeah. Okay.
You can definitely hear the influence of like Ambrosia and there's really great bass players down in the 70s.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'll tell you what, let's take a listen and we'll come back and have some more fun. Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody, check this out. Here we go.
I know this world's gone crazy. All this fighting about what's right and what's wrong, left nor the right seem to help me get home. Said I know this world's gone crazy.
That was a cool song. Thank you for sharing it with our audience tonight.
Thank you for hearing it.
Oh, yes.
Playing it.
So I want you guys to tell me your favorite 80s song.
Oh,
Ooh, man.
man, that came out of left field. I blocked out the 80s. Okay, let's see.
What you remember of the 80s?
Well,
Long hair, mini skirts,
big hair.
big hair, mini skirts. That's the main thing. As a band, you used to have to go into the women's section to buy a shirt, and it was like we started out with a little eyeliner, but it ended up with "I'd rather fight than switch" kind of look, and everybody's fighting over the aqua net.
Yeah.
Glam rock years.
I loved anything, I loved Foreigner. They were still kind of doing some new stuff in the 80s. But to be honest, if I'm going to get true 80s on you, I loved The Cutting Crew and I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. I love that song. Probably when someone asked me what was one of my favorite songs in the 80s, that one does come to my mind most every time.
Tracy Chapman, I liked her, that kind of music. There were some rock songs in there. Unfortunately, I feel that being caught up in that glam rock years, I think it was, looking at it now,
He wore glitter.
it was it was shallow in one extent, and I think the 70s was the greatest era of music. I really do.
Okay. Is there something, do you prefer lyrics first, music first, groove first? What is the way that you prefer it?
For me, I'll put a groove out. I'll put a music line out. I can do that all day long.
It's his superpower, really. Like he can just sit down. If he had a bass in his hand right now, he'd just crap out something.
And I can throw melodies and just burst out some words. Angie likes, I'll write a lot of words down, but Angie, I do like quatrains. Angie can come in and stitch all that stuff together, and then she makes a song sound like she makes it beautiful.
I usually will sometimes I'll have some lyrics in my mind and I've got stuff jotted down on my phone, but usually it hits me once I kind of catch a feel for his whatever melody he's working on, and I catch what emotion I take out of it, because I know him pretty well. So when he's sitting there playing and I know what mood he's in, I know where he is mentally, and I come up with something, and it's always something that pertains to us. That's for me, that's kind of how my lyrics come. I like to tell a story. I love Merle Haggard. It's probably the biggest influence on me as a songwriter. And that's, I like to think that's how I fashion my stories.
Tell us about scams. What's the biggest scam you guys have fallen for, or one that you want to warn us all about so we can stick together?
Man.
Well, the line I used to always hear back in the day was, if you got to pay to play, you got to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paying to play. I think some of these, because I feel like I get inundated, or we get inundated, but I'm the one that looks at the emails and the messages.
She does the business. I'm retired.
So it's all the hey, I can market you better, or hey, I can do this for you better, or hey, we can put a dance to your song. And I just think you have to be really careful to make sure that your work is protected, and that whoever is going to represent you has your best interests in mind.
Yeah, well said, because that's not always the case.
Yeah, it's not always the case.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Be protected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about your website, your socials. Where can people buy your stuff, stream it? Where can they check you guys out?
So our website is eleyetmcconnell.com, and you can actually purchase downloads there. You can buy a CD if you're still listening to those. We have some merch available online as well. And we're on all the digital streaming platforms.
You can find us on YouTube.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
What's a CD again?
I know exactly. What is that? Do we still do those? Yeah.
We should still do those, though. I was reading some stuff how you need, like, I don't know, a crazy number of streams, whereas if you just sell, like, one CD, you'll make $9 or something. It's not even close.
Versus how many thousand streams it takes to get the same. Yeah.
I know.
We give a lot of the CDs away, it's just the marketing, you gotta take a hit.
It's grown our base that way.
When you're starting out in music, if you're into this for the money, you've just lost.
Yeah.
That's your main.
You gotta be willing. Yeah. You gotta be willing to do it because of the love of the song. And the money, I don't know if it comes later. We're still waiting. But in the meantime, we're getting a lot of recognition. We're getting a lot of accolades, and the audiences are getting more appreciative and bigger.
People are liking what we do, which is what it's all about for us.
Yeah,
I mean, telling our story, people are identifying with that.
I always say that the real prize is the journey and not the gold at the end.
Yeah, that's totally true. So what's coming out for fans that you want to share on the show this year? Any surprises?
Well,
we had a couple.
We're going down to Atlanta in August for the
International Singer-Songwriters Association Awards. We got nominated for several categories
in that, and then the Josie Awards in October. We go down to Nashville to the Grand Ole Opry House, and there's the big pre-party.
That blew my socks off. By the way, our album came out in December.
Yeah, we're not putting any high expectations on ourselves. We're just really going down there for the whole. For the whole experience of it. It doesn't matter to me.
Absolutely.
But it's the whole experience, because it's all just a journey, and
it's the networking. I've already hooked up with the gal on Instagram. I feel like I've known her forever. And I can't wait to find her down there and meet her, making just all kinds of friends. And
networking is a big thing.
Yeah.
And it never ends, right?
No,
I know. And it's great.
It doesn't.
It's great.
We've met a lot of great people.
Yeah.
And, we down in Cincinnati, there is a bar down there that I tell you that everybody down there is just so appreciative of music.
Yeah.
And, back a lot of years, I used to, I'd be critical on musicians and bands. Now I'm looking at, I don't care. They could really suck, but it's,
They're doing their thing.
It takes a lot of nerve to get up there to do it. And I appreciate just the courage some of them take.
You're doing your art.
Yeah.
You're doing it with feeling, and that's what matters.
It took a lot of years for me to get there, though,
No, you were in the 80s.
I'm a slow learner.
Hey, you'll be all right, buddy, in like another 54 years, right?
That's
I know.
right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking too.
That's right.
But hey, that's her problem.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Boy,
As long as I keep that Advil in there to keep the wrist moving.
yeah, keep my joints from stiffening.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. I want to thank you both for being on the show tonight. It was great. And I
Thanks
think
for
you will
having
be
us.
well received. And thank you for
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks
thank
so much
you.
for
We
having us.
appreciate this.
You're welcome. So, to all the listeners out there, thank you so much for listening and spending a little bit of your precious time with the three of us. We all hope your unique story gets heard around the world too. My name is Sarantos. Please join me every single Tuesday evening to hear other amazing artists share their fascinating behind-the-scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show on Reality Radio 101. I love you all. Have a great night.
Not every day leads to a rainbow. Not every hurricane is meant for you. Bad luck won't last forever. Believe it or not, happy will find its way to you. We all have something we think we need to hide. Being human means we always feel the need to feed the pride. Let it all go, starting over. It's okay if you have to, starting over. Doesn't mean life is through, starting over. It's something you can do, trust me, I've been there too. I didn't live my dreams because I was too busy living my fears. Till I picked up my head out of the water and learned to breathe again. And so will you. Not every swing leads to a hit. Not every heartache is meant for you. Roses come in many colors, but they all have thorns. You try and good things will happen for you. We all have something we think we need to hide. Being human means we always feel the need to feed the pride. Let it all go, starting over. It's okay if you have to, starting over. Doesn't mean life is through, starting over. It's something you can do, trust me, I've been there I didn't live my dreams because I was too busy living my fears. Till I picked my head out of the water, learned to breathe again, and so will you. This too shall pass. Oh, just let it all go. Starting over, it's not the end of the world. You got this.
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.